Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's communication. It's now 11:30 at night. I'm not planning on going very long. I was planning on getting here a bit sooner, but here we are. Okay. Yesterday I was looking at I was at a job. It was downtown, and I was on the phone looking at the raw material. I was hearing about the raw material of channelings, but it's a book, raw material. To go into details, you can look it up online. I guess you can find a PDF on it. I found that, but it's like I'll read it eventually. There's a lot there. I guess there's like several channelers that channel through raw material other way. Always channeled raw. I got a different version of raw, but they're good. But no, you never know. It might come through again, or maybe it'll come through tonight. One thing during this, I did pick up on Illuminati energies. I also picked up on flying Illuminati beings. No, welcome to the land of the insane. I believe they're higher density beings, but what I felt, and I've connected to them a lot yesterday. Today, not so much, because assortment of things are going on. But what I felt, not like flying certain ones, black magicians, obviously. Some that have gold on them, they're not friendly. I imagine there are friendly ones. Ones I picked up or not. They keep to make sure that we're on the third dimension. What I saw was they're watching certain individuals, and they're in the sky, looking down. They probably see through your house, or use their abilities to see through if they need to, or wherever you are, just to make sure that you're following. There might be several of them probably in the skies, but man, I really felt a generation of them to make sure that we're at the third dimension vibrations. I don't see them flying around like Superman and like beating each other up. I don't see that. It could be going on. I don't think so. But I figure I'll put that out there for any of the others that might be picking up on the flying Illuminati beings or the flying Illuminati. I don't know how to word that, but what I saw is that they were just hovering, standing still in the sky, looking down at whoever it is that they had a problem with. And there's a collective of them. And obviously the higher dimension, and they're not the Rockefellers or whoever's. This is crazy town, but might as well get used to it. But you're making sure that whoever it was, do seem like some of them do monitor the CIA, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. Making sure that third dimensional puppets, us, follow the rules. There is a higher dimensional direction that's going on, obviously, that they don't really want us to know. Obviously, that's going to come through more and more. As for disease, a lot of that's through the Illuminati energies, basically, to keep us fighting among each other, keep us from our direction. More and more of this is going to open up as it needs to. Obviously, as we connect more to the fourth world, we can say fourth dimensional world, fifth dimensional world, however you want to word it. The new world, however you want to word it. I just saw him hovering over a house. I don't think it was where I was, but making sure everything is as it should be. Now, obviously, those in the third dimension are going to just call it all crazy and whatever, and go back to being programmed. That's fine. That's kind of how they want it, obviously. So yeah, this is all crazy town. So I figured I'd share this. I might go into a little bit more. I'll channel a being, basically, maybe go into more details. But this is also, I felt I saw one. Through my third eye, I didn't really see it physically. I think on YouTube also, then they show somebody flying around. Is like, I believe that is real. somewhere. I think it was a lightning or something going on. Yeah, there are flying beings here for sure. I've connected to other worlds, not here so much, and are really focused on it. But now, like the origins of Superman, some degree. But now I'm focusing more of. I'm not really focused on it. It just sort of showed up. I just basically just mind my own business. Heard about Raw, and it is all of a sudden I get this feeling of a flying person, and I connected to them, and then I saw others. They weren't really saying anything to me, but I saw them, and then I saw others that were concerned of third dimension. Obviously, they're not that concerned. Most people are doing as they should be. But also there's ripples opening up, meaning of dimensional knowledge of what is truly going on. So basically, the reason I'm saying this, if you see them, you feel them, do anything, they're real. They're not friendly. There are friendly ones out there, yes. But the ones that, like I said, the ones I connect to are not. So just to let you know, yeah, they're very vicious from what I can pick up on. They don't like being connected to either. And they get kind of pissed off pretty easily from what I'm picking up on. So yeah, they're pretty menacing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with connecting. Just be careful. I mean, I don't think you'll get a psychic attack. You might. I don't think so, but you never know. And it's hot here if you're wondering. It's Florida, it's snowing in other places, right? Or something around those lines. Are thinking about it. It's not super hot, but either way. Also, like hurricanes, things of that sort. The fire in California. There's a lot of mind control going on in California as for the fire. As for material possessions, as people are very in love with their material possessions, as you can see. Personal for one. And they treat that as more important than life itself. Some do. And you can say some beings are helping us disconnect from that, and some beings are using that against us. Using that's like, that's all your life, and realize obviously certain things you don't want to be blown up for good reason. But it's also, we're going to go through eventually a disconnection between materialism, eventually. That's like a ruler, isn't it, to some degree? In some cases, it is. It does seem like that to a certain degree. At least if you're in a third dimensional mentality, yes. Of course, many do own crystals and healing tools, of course. But realize also you can always, manifest that again. It's also, and especially with the fires, you can manifest a new place to live. Maybe not what you're looking for. But yeah, it's a tough. What's going on in California is just unbelievable. It's like they want to burn the whole state down almost. Not really, but they can't do that. There's a lot of fear going on. There's a lot of mental harassment going on. And the media uses it for ratings, and then they kind of belittle them by ignoring them, especially those in need. It is. I do see also eventually a collapse of the media. Eventually. It might next year anything goes. Actually, next year anything goes. Obviously, they're not being very clear about anything at this moment. I'll probably do a predictions thing. I mean, who saw Hollywood happen, which I'm glad I did. Hopefully more. Hopefully the media. I just keep saying every year the media is going to crash. The government is going to be thrown away too. I just say that every year, and hopefully one day it'll happen. That's a good way of predicting things. Just if it doesn't happen, that's okay. We'll just go to next year. Goodbye media. Goodbye mainstream media. More corruption, releasing, and Hollywood. Hopefully, we'll go back to, not to say Hollywood was ever perfect, but go back to more of It's the soul. It used to have a soul. I mean, maybe not a perfect soul. It had more of a soul than it does now. It has like a. It's getting very alien, which is all right. But you know, it's got to be more like comic book movies. But there is soul there. It's just not as it used to be. It's just not like it used to be. I mean, maybe I'm just. It's getting very alien for a reason, obviously. The comic movies, like Marvel is more positive, it feels. DC is more the villain, from what I'm seeing. If you can connect with any of that, it's like the elites are doing their thing. So I mean, maybe just we're going to more of a galactic world. It's one way to get us ready for it, for sure. As for there be alien movies, you never know. I mean, actual Palladian, Syrian, you know, et cetera, et cetera. That will happen eventually. As for when, that would definitely help with the ascension process and put our world to a very strange place. In time, yes. The Bigfoot, all of it. We're going to graduate to that eventually. Yeah, in our lifetime, anything's possible. Definitely will happen sometime. We're building that at this time. It does feel the third dimension is losing its grip. It truly does. So anything's possible. As for alien visitation, stuff in there, anything's possible. It just seems like 3D is really. I'm not getting a whole lot of predictions at this moment. Let's see if I connect to somebody. Not now, but eventually. Yeah, they don't like bringing too much into the shit. We'll see on that. But it's definitely the third dimension seems like it's funniest way of if it's like going into old style. It's like the 80s. It's kind of like it's fading out. We're going to more of a galactic, basically a more spiritual Atlantean mindset. It just something like that takes a while to, you know, we're in the beginning stages of it. Obviously, it's been going on for some time, way before I started doing this, obviously. Way before me, but you can say around their Naaman Bashar's time period when he started. That was like the age of a new age. Of course, there are other channelers during that time. Obviously, is the most well known. But I would say around that time is really when the wave started. A big wave, you know, just warming it up for future channelers to begin. And we're definitely, who knows when this will happen. As for, it's like every year we get stronger with the new Earth. It does seem like, was it after the supermoon? At least weather here in Florida, yeah, the hurricanes, yeah. And California went to their little blaze. Now they're going through another one, which is it's just this change in the air, obviously. All right, let's see if we can connect to anybody. Real quick, as usual, is ivantower.com. Our private sessions. If you agree with the message or not, it's up to you. This is whatever this is, my schedule for the week. There's also Google Hangout, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. All of it's recorded. We also have questions, and I'm on Sunday right now. Honestly, yeah, because I work, so I'm doing the best I can here. Also have iPhone and Google phone apps, and Spirit Social. You have submit question, healing, past life regression, message from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, channeling consulting. Spiritual connection, one question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, and devil cranking from Miguel. And also we have, it should be in the link down below of the Jake Rabbit from Space, available on Amazon and read online. It's on Kindle and other things. I haven't checked the Kindle recently. It should be updated by now. I have not checked it though. It is at the right price, and it's easy to. No reviews yet. That's all right. So that's whole series. I was gonna upload something to Patreon, but I ran out of time, so that's all right. I'll get around to it. Future updates of where Jake is going, and that's the next phase of where all this is, where I'm heading, basically. It just takes time to build, of course. This other project that Jake seems to be going at a good speed, so he's going to go to other realms for sure, of persisting those in the ascension process. Either way, he's a part of the pop culture eventually. It does seem like he'll find his way in there eventually. Takes time. All right. If I go conventions or something with him, maybe we'll see. All right, what do we have here? Oh, channeling connection. I guess I better get on with it. So, all right, blessings, and here we go. Much love. Greetings to you. I am Ra. Our message to you. Yes, there is much happening in your world. A disconnect from reality. As yes, your California is being transformed into a higher vibration. Many of you have difficulties seeing that out of the old and with the new. Yes, there are many beings that don't want you to ascend, but realize many of you have said, I am going to ascend no matter what. And so it's causing many beings to have difficulties connecting to themselves. Many beings are actually leaving this earth. Lower vibrational beings have been putting your earth through sabotage all throughout your incarnations. And now new energy field is being brought into this planet. A more positive vibration. You say much comes from the Mother Mary energies. Yes, she has her own galactic alliance to give you an idea of that. There's also realized there's also much transformation going on in your world. As your Illuminati energies are not as powerful as they used to be. Are they fully detached from your planet? Not at all. But many of you are realizing how to heal that manipulation energy source. You're taking back your power. As you can see, you continue to do so. You're no longer a threat to yourself. You're not even to others. You're all rebuilding yourselves to more of a higher earth. This higher earth, new earth, higher earth as I see it, as the earth without a mind control facility that's going on at this time. Third dimension is very much of the old world, as you can see. Many of you are allowing that part of yourself to, you're rebelling from it, basically. That's one way of looking at it. You're swimming to another side of the ocean, basically, of yourself, of your consciousness. Most are not ready for this, but even them are quite curious. Even those that that hate all this information are so curious of what is to come. So it's quite fascinating to see their points of view. Yes, there may, most likely, your third dimension human would most likely argue about all this and get into a hissy fit. And that is fine. It is still quite curious and also awesome to watch. At least from our perspective. From your perspective, it's not always the easiest, so they do bring a lot of pain, as you can see. But you're going to more of a new world focus over time. Many of you are feeling this. You also most likely connect to alien beings that you have not seen before. The Deer Collective is one. And there are much others. Basically, a lot of your animals here are bringing a settled energy here, a grounding vibration. The settling energies there is just, we have seen human before, so we're here to assist them, even how outrageous they might be. They have seen it all. Humans think, oh, we're so terrible and all that. Oh, human is a small, what you are doing in this world is a small, other beings have done far worse, trust me. Not to say humanity is bad, not at all. It's a new experience that many don't really want to experience. Many are learning a great deal from at least watching this experience. Just watching it brings much of an education. You'd be surprised what mundane things you do in your daily life. Many are astonished by how many put up with these mundane things. It is still a great warning from point A to point B. It is still quite fascinating for most of your alien beings because they have, yes, graduated from all of that for such a long time, but it's so fascinating to see. But many of you are wiping that part away little by little as you go into more of the fourth dimensional vibrations. Basically, you see your Earth is a much different vibration. Yes, you will see entities here. Yes, as your men in black, eventually you will see their vibration very clear in front of you as you ascend. You might just see a men in black figure stand in front of you. It's like, what are you doing? Of course, always to push him away, or her away for that matter, and to continue on. That shows you're going in the right direction. Some will have fear of that, some of you won't. Don't have fear of it. It's just showing that you are ascending. Many of you are basically taking the clockwork of your dimension and you're turning it. You're opening yourselves up to basically just accept new reality, experience new reality, however you want to word it. A new soul transmission that you've never, even at this level, you cannot really conceive where you're going. You're going to a place of great fascination. As many of you feel it, but not necessarily see it. That is a soul expression. You are putting a footprint also of new experiences out there. You're all like putting footprints as like what I want to experience, that others see that and reject it or accept it. More of you are accepting it basically as your fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional experiences. As you more are connecting out to each other, your new earth is becoming more and more real. And many of you are probably feeling less and less human also to a certain degree, little by little, as this will continue to do so. Your third dimensional world become less and less significant as more of you walk into higher vibrational dimensions. It will happen. Just allow it to happen. Just let it be. Be yourself. These things will show itself as it needs to. Because many of you need to see more of a higher vibrational world. The third dimension can only offer so much. Cake and ice cream, yes, with bland flavors. Yes, still attractive, but still very bland. Many of you actually would go to that cake and ice cream and even change its flavor just by touching it, by waving your hand, however you want to do it. And you do that with your foods also. And you remove the chemicals and allow it to, you can even change food to its another form also. This is the fourth dimensional vibrations you can, fifth dimensional vibrations you can connect to. It's not just all hocus pocus, it's all very real. As this is the world you're going to. You might see it right now, but eventually you will. As you're opening the doorway to yourselves to other worlds. Some might find this all just nonsense Yes, but that's from a third dimensional perspective. How long is that going to last? As long as they can hold on to it. But realize there are many mysteries in this world that have not been understood. Correct. So what does humanity know or understand? Because these mysteries are continuing on right now. Just because you do not see them does not mean they're not happening. And the idea is to bring these mysteries into your centerfold. So they're no longer a mystery, they're part of your existence. And you're having difficulties connecting to that vibration, which is fine. Many of you are going to more of the fourth and fifth dimensions. At this time, we'll continue to do so. And if you want to leave this earth, eventually you will in some shape or form. You will find that. But your 3D world will come, it will relax itself as you transform your energies. I am Ra. Blessings. I will continue this communication at a later time. I will be back. Always with you, always assisting your ascension, willpower, and awakening. May the mighty be with you. Blessings. All right, blessings. Take care.